I simply do not care that the Premier League is over for Arsenal. I don't care because we still need to show the incompetence of these referees. Win, lose, draw, it is absolutely shocking. Shocking. The decisions I saw in the Everton game were an absolute joke, especially to Miles Lewis-Skelly, especially towards the end of the game, and it seems as though Arsenal are more involved in these horrible decisions than any other club. So let's just get straight into it, and we're going to start with the Miles Lewis-Skelly penalty. I'd absolutely love to be able to show you the footage, but of course the copyright rules from the Premier League make it very, very hard. But there will be a freeze frame to show what happened. So let me just play the clip. Here it is, as you can maybe vaguely see, he's pushing, and look. You cannot tell me that Harrison is the one fouling. I want you to look at the arms of Miles Lewis-Skelly and the arms of Harrison, pressing down on Miles Lewis-Skelly. If anything, that's a foul the other way. I simply could not comprehend how that was given as a penalty kick. Yes, Jakub Kiwior should have probably dealt with the ball bounce, and Miles Lewis-Skelly probably should have judged the bounce as well. But the fact that this was given as a penalty kick absolutely just blows my mind. The amount of decisions this season which Arsenal have had, which have blown my mind. I'm looking at Brighton away from home, Brighton at home, Trossard kicking the ball away. All of these horrible decisions that we only see against Arsenal. We saw a penalty given for a headbutt. When have we ever seen a header be a reason for a penalty kick to happen? And then Miles Lewis-Skelly is being pushed down. Here's a clearer angle. Look, he's on the floor and he's falling. He's falling. And you're giving a penalty for Miles Lewis-Skelly falling and a slight touch of his hand onto Harrison. I think it's embarrassing from the referees. Absolutely embarrassing. And I'm sure the Pgmol will have to come out and say something. They won't obviously come out and say sorry or agree that they made an error, because it's too much in the balance. There's, of course, 3% of people that agree that it should have been a penalty. So they'll never come out and apologise. But my word, the decisions that have gone against Arsenal, and Miles Lewis-Skelly in particular as well, we're not going to forget that Wolves one. Absolutely not going to forget the Wolves one. And you know what the funniest thing is, Gunners? If you did not know, in the past 5 days, articles have actually been made about Miles Lewis-Skelly, the way he dribbles and the way he tackles. Here's just a couple of examples. And people have said, is Miles Lewis-Skelly dribbling style, his tackling style, he's lucky, he's fouling players. Miles Lewis-Skelly should be booked and should be sort of punished for the way he tackles more often. And guess what? 5 days later, Miles Lewis-Skelly against Everton, they punish him for the lightest touch. The lightest ever touch. A touch where he's the one falling to the ground, being pushed to the ground. They give it against him. They actually went and gave it against him. And there's just this rampage against Miles Lewis-Skelly. There's this sort of image of him and his style of play. And he's not going to be able to shake it off. Just like Granit Xhaka, he was seen to be reckless. So any 20% sort of tackle that Granit Xhaka put in, if another player put his challenge in, they wouldn't get a red. But Granit Xhaka would. Miles Lewis-Skelly is the same thing with the way he tackles. They've branded him as a reckless player, and it's ever since Michael Oliver gave that a dodgy decision. It's a massive campaign against Lewis-Skelly. We cannot be quiet about it. But I do want to say it's not just Arsenal we saw in the Liverpool game. Tarkowski, I don't know how he got away with that. This should not just be a campaign for Arsenal. It needs to be a campaign for everybody, for every team. This is the top division in the world, and some of the decisions we're getting are absolutely outrageous. I mean, I'm just here going back to this one. Miles Lewis-Skelly on Doherty. This was given a red card. Remember, tripping someone over is now a red card, guys. When there's cover there. I just cannot believe it. This one as well, the Kudus one, is the same motion that was given as a penalty for Harrison. Look how the roles have reversed now. Lewis-Skelly is the one going down. Harrison would be in the Kudus position. And of course, Kudus gets the foul. And Harrison got the foul as well. I just cannot believe the decisions that have gone against us. And the amount of times we're able to bring evidence and say, oh, look what happened last time. Look what happened this time. There's this consistency to make Arsenal look like idiots from the PGMOL by the referees, and it is not good enough. It really, really isn't. And fans, not even just Arsenal fans, rival fans, they've all come together. They've said, is this penalty given if Miles Lewis-Skelly isn't in the spotlight? I absolutely agree. If it wasn't Miles Lewis-Skelly, If it was on the other end, Jake O'Brien was doing this challenge, they wouldn't give that as a penalty. Absolutely no chance. I just cannot believe it. And it's my point of ever since the best referee in England wrongfully sent off Miles Lewis-Skelly, there's been this national thing to ensure that Miles Lewis-Skelly is punished for the silliest, smallest things ever. It just isn't good, it isn't fair, and it isn't right. But anyway, let's have a listen to Match of the Day, because sometimes you can think, coming from us Arsenal fans, it may come across as us being biased, but just have a listen to
really
this.
Bad decision. It's never a penalty to me. You know, it's a bit soft, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's very, very soft, yeah. I think either way you look at it. No, not enough to give a penalty from me, no. And they're not going to overturn it. I think that's very, very hard.
This is why VAR can never work in the current format, because you've got to decide whether it's enough of a foul, which makes no sense.
There you go, Match of the Day. Alan Shearer absolutely hates us. He hates us. No question about it. On the commentary, whenever Newcastle play Arsenal, his opinions on Twitter, he hates us. But for him to come forward and agree that we're being cheated and that these decisions are wrong, it just goes to show how bad it is. It really does. And I really hope you're at this stage now where win, lose, draw, the refereeing decisions need to be ridiculed, because it will never stop. Whether you're an Arsenal fan, Liverpool fan, Chelsea fan, if you see a decision against a club, even if you hate that club, you need to be able to come forward and be like, that's poor. The refereeing consortium needs a massive shake-up. VAR isn't the problem. It's those controlling VAR not being able to make logical decisions which make sense. A little tap was given. And we're not even going to stop there. I wish I could show the video again. I'm sure you guys all remember Leandro Trossard against Everton. He did this little motion. He didn't even touch Tarkowski, and the referee still made the decision to give a foul to Everton. He gave a foul to Everton for Leandro Trossard not even touching Tarkowski. So now, no contact is a foul now. What is going on? Come on now. This referee, England, is atrocious. He was also the one on VAR, by the way, for the Miles Lewis-Skelly incident. He didn't overturn that. So there you go. There's another bit of a fact for you. He is awful. I'm sorry. He really, really is a bad referee. And not even 2 seconds later, he blows the full time whistle. And then the Everton players have to tell him the time's not up yet. And he, instead of doubling down and saying, you know, it's only 8 seconds left, you don't have to play them, he then lets Everton take the free kick. Okay, if Everton then score, oh my word, the outrage, I would not be able to speak. I would be lost for words if Everton scored from him ending the game and time travelling backwards so Everton can have the free kick. That shouldn't have been a free kick in the first place. But anyway, let's go to a bit of a positive before I end the video. Jakub Kiwior, man of the match, just before Real Madrid. I think it was a really, really good performance from him. Very strong. Him and Marino, I think, were our top players. Raya as well, except for the penalty where he dived way too early. But penalties is always hard to save as a goalkeeper. But I'm happy for Jakub. Give him some confidence heading into the Real Madrid game. I absolutely believe in him. You Gunners should believe in him as well, because at the end of the day, he's a Gunner. We're Arsenal fans, and let's give him the support he deserves. But anyway, that's it for now, Gunners. Hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, peace.